Hello and welcome to this video on my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about one of the big classics that I'm now rewatching as an adult and making all sorts of new conclusions. That's right, we're talking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This video is going to be about the reasons I am convinced that Spike loved Buffy more than Angel did. So there's one discussion question that always bothered me, and it often comes up on all sorts of interviews. Who is better for Buffy, Spike or Angel? Most people will obviously say Angel off the bat because they had relationships, they were madly in love, and it was her first true love. After all, he was gentle, he was protective, he was brooding over the love for her so much so that it hurt. But, that was when he had a soul. You see, the problem I have is this comparison is that we tend to think of the way Angel behaved towards Buffy when he had a soul and Spike when he didn't. That's because that's how they were portrayed in the show in majority of the episodes. So Spike didn't have a soul until season 7, and Angel, most of his appearances had a soul apart from a few episodes where he actually went bad. So what I'm saying is, let's compare apples to apples and oranges to oranges and break it down looking at how they actually were with Buffy in the relative state of mind and body and soul. Let's start with the first angle, when they both had a soul. It's worth stating the obvious that both Spike and Angel really loved Buffy. They were both protective of her. They obviously both really loved her and were selfless towards her. They had really good relationships with her family.
So, what's with the family outing?
I need your help.
Ladies.
Your place is amazing.
Yeah, I like a lot of space. I don't get out much in the day.
No, you wouldn't. I love what you've neglected to do with the place.
Just don't break anything. Passions is coming on.
Passions? Oh, do you think Timmy's really dead?
Oh, no. She can just sew him back together. He's a doll, for God's sake.
2 shipments of Greek amphory on my hands.
It's funny. And really, how many do you need, amphory?
But I'm not going to go too deep into that because it's obvious they both really loved Buffy when they had a soul, and they tried as much as they could to prove to her that they were deserving of her love. Difference is that during this scenario, Angel was tough, strong, and sane, while Spike went a little bit bananas when he got his soul and was really weak because he also had his chip. So from perspective of Buffy, he was not as attractive as a partner as Angel did.
Dogs, don't.
You're the mystery guy that appears out of nowhere. I'm not saying I'm not happy about it tonight, but if you are hanging around, I'd like to know why.
Maybe I like you. So weak. Did you make me weak? Angel, he should have warned me. Makes a good show, forget it, but it's here. Me. All the time. The spark. I wanted to give you what you deserve.
However, it's worth noting that at the end of the day, Angel decided that it's better for him to leave Buffy. One could argue that maybe it was for the best.
You and me being together is unfair to you. You deserve more. You deserve something outside of demons and darkness. Someone who can make love to you. A normal life.
I'll never have a normal life. Who are you to tell me what's right for me? I want my life to be with you.
I don't.
You don't want to be with me? I can't believe you're breaking up with me. How am I supposed to stay away from you?
I'm leaving.
But he caused her enormous amount of pain and went off doing his own thing, his own firm, or whatever it is that he did in LA. I didn't really watch Angel show. While Spike decides to stay and literally dies for her. He wouldn't be doing it any other reason apart from the fact that it was for her. He stayed and decided to wear the amulet to fight for her the last battle to save the world.
Oh, bollocks. My soul. It's really there. Go on then.
No, you've done enough. You could still...
No, you beat them back. It's for me to do the cleanup. I mean it. Gotta do this.
I love you.
No, you don't. But thanks for saying it.
Even if you remember this last scene when Angel brings this amulet, he says it's dangerous. He doesn't even want himself or Buffy touch it until he knows what it is.
It's not for you. It bestows strength to the right person who wears it.
And the right person is?
Someone ensouled, but stronger than human, a champion, as in me.
Or me.
No. I don't know nearly enough about this to risk you wearing it.
Spike goes into this without hesitation.
And the pretty necklace your sweetie bear gave you. The one with all the power. I believe it's mine now.
How do you figure?
Someone with a soul, but more than human. Angel meant to wear it. That means I'm the qualified party.
It's volatile. We don't
You'll
know
be
that.
needing someone strong to bear it then.
So you tell me which is the bigger declaration of love. However, I think what is more revealing is their behavior when they both did not have a soul. So let's look into that angle. First of all, let's look at how they came upon having a soul as a vampire. Angel's soul was forced on him as a sort of punishment, as a curse, for being too brutal towards certain tribes of Roma people. So it wasn't his own choice to get one in the first place. Also, in the season 2, when he loses his soul thanks to Buffy, he doesn't seek to get it back. He doesn't show any interest in getting it back.
This is supposed to summon a person's soul. You put the secrets to restoring my soul in here. The ritual of restoration. Wow. This brings back memories.
Wait, that's your...
Oh, my cure? No, thanks. Been there, done that.
But it was again put on him by other people, mainly by Willow, who tries to curse him again to return him to his normal state. Meanwhile, if we look at how Spike obtained his soul, it was first of all a conscious decision specifically to impress Buffy to be a better man for her. More than that, it was a torment that he had to go through, certain levels of torment that he had to go through, at the point of which it was so painful that he would have easily withdrawn, changed his mind. But he stick through it, through all these tribulations and trials that he had to go through.
This is a test. I don't get what I want unless I pass said test. How about the size and shape?
Which shows enormous determination to go through pain and suffering to get that. So it was something he desired by himself, of his own accord, by his own wish, which was mostly wished because of love.
Oh, here we go then. Son of a...
You have passed the first stage of the test.
Bloody doddle and a piece of piss. You got any more ready tests for me, you ponce? I'll take anything you can throw at me. If it'll get me what I need to take care of the Slayer. Bloody hell.
See the difference? Because I kind of do. I think there is a little bit of a difference. Angel had 2 chances. He didn't want it. Now, let's look at how they behaved towards Buffy when they did not have a soul. Yes, both vampires, both disgusting, both evil. Let's start with Angel. Because we only see a few episodes where he doesn't have a soul, and he immediately goes on to becoming an uber bad guy. First of all, he starts with mocking her. He can see that she's crying. He doesn't have any compassion for her. He feels satisfaction from making her cry.
But you didn't say anything. You just left.
Yeah, I think I really wanted to stick around after that. You got a lot to learn about men, kiddo. Although I guess you proved that last night. It's what? Bells ringing, fireworks, a dulcet choir of pretty little birdies? Come on, Buffy. Sound like I've never been there before.
And he goes on back to Drusilla and Spike on this grand plan to destroy her, destroy the world. And he even talks about doing it the same way that he did to Drusilla, which included first driving her to insanity by torturing all the people that she loved dear. And we actually see that in motion, where he kidnaps Giles and quite actually tortures him, wants to kill him, but Buffy stops him, of course. The very telling fact is that he even changes personalities. So the person that is good to Buffy that has a soul is called Angel. As soon as he loses the soul, he becomes a completely different identity that's angeless. And when we look at Spike, he stays exactly the same character throughout the entire show. He doesn't change his name when he gets a soul. He doesn't all of a sudden become a different person. He keeps all the same feelings and intentions. Of course, Spike is a menace when he's without the soul. He's there as a comic relief. He's there as the troublemaker. He's there to cause a little bit of problems for them. He keeps reminding them, I'm not your friend. I don't like you.
Can't any one of your damn little Scooby Club at least try to remember that I hate you all?
Until he actually accidentally falls in love with Buffy and becomes engaged with the group more and more. And we see him saving them countless times for absolutely no reason, apart from the fact that maybe he wants to be in Buffy's good graces because he wants her to like him. Eventually, it turns into more selfless thing. I will add this. He only wants to hurt her as the fact of being hurt himself when she rejects him. These are the only times where he actually wants to go and hurt her. Otherwise, he's just minding his own business. Yes, he does a lot of things, stupid things like creating a Buffy bot and whatnot, but he more and more becomes part of their group and saves them to the point where it becomes he's putting her needs above his own. We can see that in a few places. First, when he comforts her when her mother is sick.
What's wrong?
I don't want to talk about it.
Is there something I can do?
He catches the sword with his own hands when it was supposed to go and maybe hurt Buffy. And he even allows Gloria to torture him, trying to avoid admitting who actual he is, because he knows that if Dawn is hurt, that will hurt Buffy as well.
And guess what, bitch? I'm not telling you Jack.
One of the most telling things of selflessness that I see is when Buffy dies, when season 5, he still sticks around protecting Dawn when even Buffy is no longer around to see him and pat him on the back. So he does that not to gain her favors, but because he promised and because he actually loved her and he wants to keep that promise and be a better man. Reminding you, he has no soul and he's supposed to be evil vampire. It's important to address that most people cannot fathom Spike being better for Buffy because of a disturbing scene that we can see in season 6 when he tries to essay Buffy. And it is true, it's a terrible scene that is absolutely not my favorite. It was painful to watch. I wish it wasn't in the series at all, but I guess they needed to make this point to push him over the edge to go and attain that soul and to put a stop somehow to their absolutely unhealthy relationship. But first of all, he did not succeed. Second of all, if you look at the whole course of their relationship when it turns from platonic to physical, which is actually initiated by her, he actually doesn't do anything first without her permission. So she's always the first one to initiate things at first. But their whole physical relationship is very violent. It's all very unhealthy. So whatever he does kind of fits in that realm of violent and unhealthy. In a show where everybody's kicking and hitting each other and trying to kill each other all the time, these scenes seems disturbing, out of proportion, because it's not what the show is about. But if you think about wanting to kill someone and doing this, killing is kind of permanently disables you out of the world. So I don't know which one is worse, what Angel was trying to kill her or what Spike did. It's something that puts a stop to this whole discussion pretty much right away. And I understand why. Because he's been so good in the previous episodes and he's becoming part of this gang that's doing all these good things and saving the world, we keep forgetting that he's a vampire without a soul. We're comparing him in this situation to someone who would have a soul, or who would be a human who would never do anything like this. But he's not. He's a vampire without a soul. We're comparing apples to oranges. And the last parallel I would like to draw between these two is about the happiest moment of their existence. According to Angel's curse, it would be lifted when he reaches a truly happy moment of his existence, which obviously happens when him and Buffy become close intimately. That makes sense. They're boyfriend and girlfriend, they're a couple, so that level is reaching high peak when they become intimate. Now let's look at Spike. He says that the happiest moment of his existence was the night when he was just holding Buffy and watching her sleep. And when I'm thinking about that, it's how many nights did Angel and Buffy had when they were boyfriend and girlfriend? They loved each other and they were just platonically holding each other, and it didn't cause him to lose his soul. It wasn't happy enough. Well, for Spike it was. So when I'm looking at all these aspects, it's fairly obvious to me that Spike loved Buffy more than Angel did, because he went through way more sacrifice for her with more intention and more trouble, and literally died, but that's fine, I think, right? Was he better for her? I don't know. We never get to see them together as a couple because he never really gets that chance as Angel does. The relationship that they had was absolutely terrible, unhealthy, absolutely violent. So that's it. They never really had a comparable relationship. And her friends really never gave him a chance. She never really gave him a chance. You know, it always bothered me. Now I get a chance to let it all out, and I already feel much better. All right, thank you for watching. This is my first video about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So if you liked it, if you want to discuss it, what do you think about Angel and Spike? Who do you think is better for Buffy? Let me know in the comments, like this video, and maybe subscribe to the channel so I make more of these, and let's discuss what's going on. Bye!